Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Panahon na ng pagbabago, dahil sa ito ay kinakailangan. Tayo na magtulong-tulong na paunlarin ang mahal nating bayan.
Panahon na ng pagbabago, dahil sa ito ay kinakailangan. Tayo na.
Thank you very much. We may now be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. My name is Chito Maniago, and it is my honor to be the host for today's event. We are gathered here today for a very significant milestone, not only for Globe, but for the connectivity of every community in the country. To begin our program, may we call on stage our Globe Telecom President and CEO, Mr. Carl Cruz.
Morning, everyone. We extend our warm welcome to His Excellency President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., President of the Republic of the Philippines. We also extend our warm welcome to our distinguished cabinet secretaries and government officials joining us today. Of course, to our partners, Starlink, members of the private sector, the diplomatic corps, our chairman, Jaime Augusto Zobel de Ayala, Ayala executives, members of the media, and my fellow Ka-Globe, thank you for being here with us this very good morning. It's been 14 years since Globe took a bold step at Malacanang to actually announce a network modernization program, transforming the country's ICT landscape from call, SMS, and text services into mobile data and digital infrastructure. Back then, the Philippines was known as the SMS capital of the world. Soon after Globe introduced Facebook to the country, we were now known and we became the social media capital of the world. It has also been 13 years since 2013 when a Philippine president visited our newly inaugurated headquarters, the Globe Tower, where we are now, a LEED certified sustainable building that has become an iconic symbol of innovation and modern technology in the city of Taguig. Today, we celebrate another historic milestone. Globe's partnership with Starlink will extend connectivity to communities beyond traditional network reach. Through this partnership and agreement, Globe will offer Starlink's direct-to-cell or direct-to-device service to all Filipinos with an LTE device, your normal phone, making the Philippines the very first country in Southeast Asia and only second in Asia amongst 8 globally to offer this great service to the Filipino people. Leveraging Starlink's 650+ low Earth orbit satellites, we will bridge coverage gaps in what we would call geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, enabling Filipinos to access essential digital government services, most especially through the eGov app. Now, this service also acts as a resilient backup during emergencies or extreme weather disturbances, ensuring universal mobile connectivity becoming a lifeline for all of us. As we've said several times in the past, at Globe, connectivity is more than just a technology for us. It is our responsibility to bridge the digital divide and empower every Filipino to thrive digitally. Our strategy is clear. Connect every Filipino, provide tools to succeed, and create opportunities for growth. We are heavily invested in the Philippines and we will continue to do so, such that in 2024, we invested over 56 billion pesos to expand our fiber network, widen our coverage of 5G, and enhance mobile services nationwide. This year will not be different. We will continue the strategic investments responsibly, ensuring reliable, high-quality connectivity reaching both cities, rural areas, and remote communities, strengthening the country's digital backbone and supporting, of course, the ever-thriving digital economy of the Philippines. Mr. President, through this landmark partnership, we will support your digital transformation agenda, bringing digital services to every Filipino directly and ensuring equitable access to education, livelihood, and basic essential services. During disasters, this direct-to-cell or direct-to-device service may actually spell the difference, Mr. President, between safety and peril. Working together, Globe and Starlink will enable uninterrupted online learning, help small businesses reach new markets, allow our farmers and fisherfolk to access critical information, and most importantly, to actually keep families really connected. We will turn connectivity into anchors of opportunity, inclusivity, and resiliency. This partnership with Starlink has been years in the making. While Globe continues to lead in the mobile, telephony, and ICT, we firmly believe that satellite technology is the global next frontier of technology. Public-private collaboration with the government accelerates, obviously, digital inclusion and maximizes investments so that millions of Filipinos can reap the benefits of a thriving digital economy. Mr. President, together we can turn investments into opportunities for all of us in the country. I would like to thank Starlink and SpaceX, Damien, for trusting Globe as your partner in the Philippines. We also acknowledge the teams present here today, stakeholders, and everyone who's made this partnership a reality. Together, my appeal to all of you, let us move our country forward where government and industry work hand in hand for national growth, a better Philippines, and the betterment of all Filipinos.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carl Cruz, for your vision and leadership. We are bound by a simple but powerful belief that every Filipino deserves to be connected no matter where they are. Let's take a moment to be reminded of why this mission matters to us all. Kindly direct your attention to our screens and let's watch this.
What if the next great Filipino dream didn't need a plane ticket? What if opportunities abound where you are, so you don't have to live somewhere else? We are an archipelago of more than 7,600 islands, each with its own story. And for generations, distance has shaped our destiny. Who learns? Who succeeds? Who gets left behind? But with next-generation connectivity, everything changes. Faster speeds and a new kind of access, where each Filipino is connected anywhere in the country. And when you connect from any coastline, mountain, or island, you shape your destiny wherever you are. With the Philippines gaining momentum towards digital transformation, imagine what we can unlock in the future. And it starts now. The next generation of connectivity is here. Direct-to-cell satellite technology. Anywhere you can see the sky. Off-the-grid service when you need it the most. Expanding connectivity from ground towers to space power. This marks a shift from connectivity as convenience to connectivity as capability. From where can I go to find a better life to what can we build here together? Because when every Filipino can connect to their future, to their destiny, we dream bigger. We build greater. We go forward together. Every Filipino connected.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This is next generation connectivity where every Filipino is connected. And now to share a few words on this trailblazing partnership, we would like to call on Senior Partnerships Officer from Starlink, Mr. Damien Ines.
Good morning, Mr. President. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. At Starlink, our mission is to provide high-speed broadband internet connectivity globally, and our focus is on providing this in particular to areas that are underserved by terrestrial networks, rural areas, regional areas. This aligns closely with the Philippines' connectivity goals. Equitable access to internet for everybody in this country. The Philippines represents a unique challenge in terms of coverage. Geographically, you have thousands of islands, vast coastlines. Limits of terrestrial technology are present, but however, we see Starlink as a complementary service to that, enabling many Filipinos to access their technology anywhere. Many of you are likely familiar with Starlink, a low Earth orbit broadband satellite technology. It's allowed rapid deployment globally and has proven impact everywhere in the world, providing many different forms of service from backhaul to consumer to enterprise. But I'd like to share a little bit more about our new technology, direct-to-cell. This enables satellite to mobile connectivity. So the devices that are in your pockets today, in everyday Filipinos' pockets, at this point, we're enabling data and text services. With data, this enables things like voice, video, and messaging applications in addition to many other services that are very valuable, such as the government application here. How does this work, you may ask? Effectively, with direct-to-cell, we have launched satellites that are cell towers in space. Connected with, using the most advanced phase arrays and connected in a laser mesh, we effectively have a global mesh that connects everything globally to route the traffic as efficiently as possible. And to make things simple for our partners like Globe and to allow us to scale up and deploy quickly, we act similarly to a roaming partner. So this will enable us to bring service to this country very, very soon. Why does this matter for the Philippines? You have many remote islands. You have communities that are regional. You have areas that are underserved right now by terrestrial network because it's difficult to deploy or physically impossible to reach. Another important part of what direct-to-cell offers, particularly for a country such as the Philippines, is disaster resilience. In event of a typhoon, we can enable life-saving connectivity to people everywhere in the country, allowing them to stay connected, reach out to emergency services, and stay in touch with their loved ones. In addition, first responders are also able to use this as a backup service as well, so they can stay connected in the event of a disaster or emergency. it is not designed to replace terrestrial networks, but strengthen them as an additional layer of resiliency for this country. And this closely aligns with what is trying to be achieved here in the Philippines of additional resiliency, additional connectivity. Connectivity is a basic service for everybody. It should be a basic human right. We want to make sure that the Philippines has this connectivity, this infrastructure, so that every Filipino can stay connected wherever they are and whenever they need it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ines. And now to share Globe's perspective on the significance of today's partnership and the road ahead, may we now hear from Globe Chairman, Mr. Jaime Augusto Zubel de Ayala.
A very pleasant morning to everyone. A pleasure to see such a great gathering of friends, colleagues who share a common vision for our country's digital future. Your Excellency, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., always a distinct honor to have you at our affair. Thank you. I think this is the first time you visit our office. Thank you. Your presence, Mr. President, underscores the national importance of the digital agenda that we're advancing at this point in time. I'd also like to express my profound gratitude to the Department of Information and Telecommunications, led by Secretary Henry Aguda. Henry, it's good to have you back in the office. For your tireless work in creating a digital ecosystem where innovation can truly flourish. To our partners at Starlink and SpaceX, thank you for your trust and for choosing Globe as a partner and the Philippines as a key frontier for this technology that is actually quite transformative globally. From what I understand, we're just one of 8 countries at this point in time with this service directly to the mobile phone. Together, we're proving that geography should never be a barrier to opportunity. Our partnership with SpaceX and Starlink announced today is a landmark initiative in Southeast Asia. But more importantly, it is inclusive innovation in its purest form. By effectively turning the sky into a cell tower, we're removing the physical barriers that have sidelined our remote communities for decades now. When Globe began, we built a network that made us stewards of a digital ecosystem. For that ecosystem to be truly successful, we cannot end where the paved roads stop. It must reach every corner of our archipelago. And today, that vision will be realized. It is always easier to invest where the terrain is predictable and the return is immediate. We're choosing the more difficult path, but it has greater impact. Our $1 billion total commitment for all Globe initiatives and investments in 2026 is not just an infrastructure play. It is a testament to our belief in the Filipino potential to bridge the gap for over 600 communities in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas. By joining this global satellite network alongside other major operators around the world, we're asserting that the Philippines is not just a consumer of technology, but a strategic player in the global digital economy. This is an opportune moment for all of us at Ayala as the country hosts this year's ASEAN Summit. The partnership signals an important message to our neighbors and the entire world that the Philippines is actually digitally ready in every sense of the word. Ultimately, connectivity is the fair shot every Filipino deserves. Whether it is for education, whether it is for healthcare or financial dignity, we're not simply connecting devices. We're connecting 63 million Filipino lives and ushering a new future for all of us. Once again, to all our partners, guests, and friends, we thank you for joining us in this historic milestone today. We go forward together. We reiterate our strong commitment to the country and most especially to uplift the lives of every Filipino. Thank you, and thank you again, Mr. President, for being here today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jaime Augusto Zubel de Ayala. We now proceed to the ceremonial signing of the Memorandum of Agreement between Globe and Starlink. May we invite Mr. Carl Cruz, President and CEO of Globe Telecom, and Mr. Damian Ines of Starlink for the ceremonial signing. We now also invite His Excellency President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., DICT Secretary Henry Aguda, and Globe Telecom Chairperson Mr. Jaime Augusto Zobel de Ayala to witness the ceremonial signing. We shall now begin. Mr. Carl Cruz, may we now ask you to affix your signature on the agreement. Thank you. Mr. Damian Ines, kindly sign the agreement as well. Thank you and congratulations, Globe and Starlink, for this significant milestone. At this point, may we now ask Secretary Henry Aguda to introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you very much to our DICT Secretary, and who has come back to his old stomping grounds, Secretary Henry Aguda. Of course, the Globe Telecom Incorporated Chairman Jaime Augusto Sobel de Ayala, the officials and employees of Globe, led by its President, CEO Carl Cruz, Starlink Senior Partnerships Manager Damian Ines, Taguig City 2nd District Representative George Daniel Bocobo, my fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. With the ceremonial signing of the Memorandum of Agreement between Globe and Starlink, we take a huge step forward towards a more progressive, connected, and equitable Philippines. This collaboration is proof of our shared commitment to bringing connectivity to even the furthest communities in our archipelago. From the very beginning of this administration, we have been very clear. The future of the Philippines must be and will be digital, and it must be inclusive. We envision a country where every child can learn without limits, where every farmer can access markets beyond their barangay, where small businesses can grow beyond their neighborhoods, and where families can stay connected no matter how far apart they may be. But we cannot speak of progress when so many parts of our country remain disconnected. And this is why digital inclusion is important. It is a responsibility, and it is a key priority of this government. This partnership between Globe and Starlink introduces an option for expanding mobile connectivity, especially in areas where traditional infrastructure remains challenging. Through the launch of direct-to-cell or DTC service, first in Southeast Asia and second in Asia, we made satellite-powered mobile connectivity available in the Philippines. It is a service that allows smartphones to directly connect to Starlink's low-orbit satellites. No additional hardware, no special applications required. I was asking where we're sitting at the table listening, what do I have to do to be part of this system? Turns out, nothing. The phones that, as Damien was explaining, the phones that we have in our pockets right now will be able to avail of that service once there is no cell site. I don't know how much of how nerdy the people are in this company. I'm sure many of them are. But I'm geeking out on this stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. I can't believe what we have been reading about, the direct-to-satellite, direct-to-cell. We have been reading about it for a few years now. And to our most pleasant and wonderful surprise, we wake up today to find out that it is here in the Philippines to the advantage of all our countrymen. It enables basic internet access, such as messaging and data, whilst connected to the satellite network. During typhoons and disasters, there seems like a natural use for this system. When cell towers can fail and networks can go silent, this service can mean the difference between isolation and connection, between uncertainty and reassurance. Sa pamamagitan ng DTC service, madadagdagan ng mga teknolohiyang maaring magbibigay ginhawa sa ating pang-araw-araw na buhay. This administration also continues to push forward with initiatives that strengthen our digital infrastructure. Through the National Fiber Backbone, we are laying the foundation for a more stable and secure network that serves both government and the public. Under the free Wi-Fi for All program, access continues to expand across our schools, in the plazas, in public spaces, easing the burden on families and especially also students. We are also intensifying our efforts to connect geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, communities that have waited for years, even decades, for basic connectivity. Ito po ang ating layunin, mas mabilis na internet access para sa bawat Pilipino, pantay-pantay na oportunidad, at walang sino mang Pilipino na maiiwanan o mahuhuli. This partnership of Globe and Starlink complements our efforts to digitalize government systems, innovate learning platforms, and support countryside development. Because when connectivity reaches the countryside, it generates jobs, attracts investments, and brings essential services closer to the people. As we pursue this vision, we acknowledge our private sector partners who share this responsibility. For nearly a century now, Globe has helped shape our digital landscape. Beyond connectivity, it has strengthened cybersecurity, fostered innovation, and empowered our communities. We also recognize Starlink and SpaceX for bringing advanced satellite technology to our shores. And to the rest of our partners and stakeholders, continue to place the Filipino people at the center of every innovation, because progress at its core must serve the people. After all, we are shaping a nation where opportunity reaches every island, every barangay, and every family. What Globe and Starlink are doing today brings us closer to that goal. It shows that when the government and private sector move with purpose and shared commitment, we broaden the possibilities for a more connected Philippines. So together, let us build a bagong Pilipinas where every Filipino finds their place in this new digital world. Mabuhay kayong lahat, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your inspiring words. And now may we request the President to join us for a photo opportunity. To everyone, please, we may now be seated. May we invite on stage Secretary Henry Aguda, Mr. Jaime Augusto Zobel de Ayala, Mr. Carl Cruz, and Mr. Damien Ines to join the President on stage. Please kindly remain on stage for the next two photos. May we now request Mr. Jaime Alfonso Zobel de Ayala to join them on stage, please. And may we now call our esteemed government officials and members of the diplomatic corps to join them. Can we request all our Globe senior leaders to please be on standby? Muli po, thank you to all our partners from the Philippine government, as well as the representatives of the U.S. Embassy for joining us. May we now call the members of our Globe senior leadership team please to join the President on stage. Thank you very much to the members of our Globe senior leadership team. Thank you, Mr. President, for granting us a photo opportunity. And that concludes our program this morning. Thank you, Mr. President, for joining our event today. We are greatly honored by your presence. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.